Hey everyone, welcome back. Before anything else, I want to apologize for not posting for more than a month. Um, as much as I wanted to post a week after New Year, I couldn't do it because I had a very bad flu before the New Year, and I was feeling really feverish for a few days, and coughing followed the next week. Um, Getting flu these days have been really hard because it now triggers my asthma. So one of my priorities this year is really eating healthy to improve my immunity. I've actually followed a lot of people in Instagram that shows how to prepare healthy meals that's quick and easy, mostly Korean and Japanese dishes um, that have lots of veggies in it. Something that's really easy to prepare so that I can quickly incorporate it with my daily activities. Um, as for the planners that I'm using this year, my main focus really is functionality and sustainability, and still a lot of playfulness. Yes, I'm not saying these planners that I'm going to show won't have any additions towards the end of the year, but I really want only those that are necessary and won't feel like a burden filling up, because it's something that I've experienced last year, which made me feel like a task. Although of course no one forced me to. It feels like a task in finishing them all, so sort of became a burden instead of something that would make you feel relaxed. So here are the planners or journals that I'm using this year. It's again grouped into two, those that I bring daily and those that I leave home. So these are the planners that I bring with me every day. So the first one is my main planner. I've chosen the Nolty list day because I've been eyeing this for quite a while because of its simplicity and the size. I got interested in using this because it's very close to the Techo Undated Weekly, which I've tried last 2022. So this is it. I think the Nolty Listy is just probably a centimeter larger than the Techo Weekly. Undated Weekly. So it's basically almost the same as the Traveler's Notebook, but I just prefer having a thicker book with calendars, weeklies, and note pages already in it. I don't want it to be separated in different thinner notebooks. I think the closest to this, or my second choice, is the common planner in traveler size, the whole year version. But I'm still thinking of if I try it some other year maybe. But for now, I'm using the Nolty Listy. Since I've had already a few weeks using it, I'll show you how I've been using it. But before that, this is the flyleaf, and I've put a quote which I got from Instagram. I just added the last line. This is something that I want to embody so that I would know what to work on, sort of my vision. This is from Startup Library, and it says entrepreneur's mind, athlete's body, artist's soul. And this one is the line that I've added, disciple's heart. I realized that's very important. That's why I added the last line. The first page, I don't know if you call it the first page, maybe the cover page, is my declaration for the year, which of course would only be possible if it's also in God's plan. And then the next page is the yearly calendar from 2024 to 2026. But I stamped the name of the month for 2024 just to set it apart from the other years. For an easy look, if you may say, I could quickly see that I would go or look up in this area. And then this is the yearly plan, and as you can notice, I've put in a lot of cats in this page. This was not planned. I usually just highlight the weekends with my gray highlighter, just like this. But these washi stickers came yesterday, and I don't know, I just thought of putting cats in here to make it much more fun. It's really cute. So I usually log my attendance in here. If I went to office on time, the font or the pen that I'm using is the black one, and then the red one means that I'm late. It's not good. Yes, it's a bad start, but I'm not giving up, of course. I know though how to prevent being late. It's by not eating dinner, because I feel less tired when I've fasted. Intermittent fasting really helps. It's just that I had stopped doing it for 2 weeks now because I was taking meds. And then the next section is the calendar. I still haven't put a lot of stickers on the planner yet, but it's not yet final whether I keep it this way or spend time to design it on my me time or a date with myself. But I did put some mini stickers and icons to indicate the task or the location I'm in. I like the simplicity of the design of their calendar because it's like a blank canvas. I like that it's wider. I mean, the calendar is wider than the Hobonichi weeks, which I had trouble liking. So this has been my few entries in the calendar section. And just so you know, the calendar is up to March 2025, so you have 3 months addition besides 2024. And then we go with the weekly section. I really like the size the grid, the color palette of the weekly spread, because the red cell or grid, which indicates the weekend, is just very muted compared to the Hobonichi, which I think make it more it makes it more flexible. So this is how the red color shows in the Hobonichi. It's very bright. So, and I also like the grid lines because the color of it is warm gray, which I always rave about. My system in using this weekly section is a variation or an improved version of my system in Take an Old Planner and Dated Weekly. At the top is my food tracker, which is the same with both planners, so I'll show a comparison. So both have the same week food tracker at the top. The second section is not in my Nolty listy. Now is my outfit tracker, since I figured that I won't be able to write anything on that space because my day usually starts at 9 a.m. and then the larger area, which is from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Is allotted for things I do that's not office work, but or also sometimes my thoughts. But I did try logging some work stuff for the first week of January, but I decided not to, because I've already have a planner for it. So and then the fourth section is the chores. This one I did for the day, which just makes sense because I used to log it in the second level of my Take a Note planner, which is in here. I've transferred it at the bottom part in my current system. I think it just makes sense because of course I usually do the chores in the evening after work. That's why it's just right that I put in here compared to what I previously do. And then lastly, this part is something that's not here. This is the plan for the day. Before, I used to have a separate notebook for the plan, and then this one became the actual task or the actual chores for the day. So I wanted it to be in one spread. That's why it's nice to have a longer space where I could write the plan and then the actual, so I won't be needing to cross out tasks that I haven't done, because this one is only things that I've done. I will only have to cross the boxes that didn't happen or I didn't do, but which is part of the plan. So basically, the bottom space is for planning, and the top are my trackers and my actual things done. So that's my initial system of this, my main planner or my main personal planner for now, for January, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna be changing, of course, towards the end of the year. And then there are December weeklies in this planner because it started December. So I logged my previous year's task and chores or schedules just to practice. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be filling out this remaining pages of December too. Maybe not. So my current design for this weekly spread is very minimal, mostly stamp icons that I've retraced using a pen to make the color deeper. Makes it both a design and also indicator, both for aesthetic and functional purpose. The things I've listed in here are normally chores, schedules, what I bought, eating out, what I dreamed of, the playlist that I listened to while working, mainly how the day went as reference in case I need the information. And then we will go to the notes pages. So the notes pages is where I place my holistic mental health tracker. This is how it looks. It's the same with my previous tracker, but I just added some items. This one is because I've started this tracker last year. I'm gonna show you how I make it in the Hobonichi weeks mega. Just trying to find it. This is how it looks in my Hobonichi weeks. So I call it holistic because I log my emotions in a day, which is in the table, the middle, and at the top is the list of habits or habit tracker, where the controllable things that affect my mental health. So these are exercise, prayers, meditation, sunlight, those kinds of things. And at the bottom part are what I call the external factors, the uncontrollable ones. May it be a negative or a positive thing. So the purpose is to find out the things that has impact on me emotionally. The positive ones should be encouraged, the negative ones to stop doing if within control, but if not, strategize how to protect myself. So these are the external factors or contributors, but I'm not going to be showing this because it probably is too personal to why. What I could only show you is the list of emotions, and then my supposed to be habit tracker, and then the remaining pages are for my new tries. And wish lists, which I'm not gonna be showing. So I thought of logging everything that I'm gonna be trying new in 2024 and how it made me feel, or its ratings. I'm using the Alistair method for this spread. The items I include are new places I've gone to, the food that I've tasted, a scent that I like, an experience, personal care items, stationaries, books, movies, contents. The purpose of this is having a list of things that I like, so that if I'm a bit sad or burnt out, I can go to this list and do some of the things that I like to self-soothe, and especially for the media and food part. And yes, that would be the explanation or the rationale of this spread. And then lastly, the wish lists. I just want to see my priorities and avoid splurging and regretting buying things that I would be regretting. And then that would be all for my personal planner and mental health tracker. So the next planner or notebook that's part of the list of planners that I would be bringing with me every day is the Stalogy notebook in A6, the grid version. This is half year. Sorry. This is a repurchase. I will use it for my brain dump, to release what I feel, whether good or bad, which is a great practice for mental health. But the contents in here are something that's gonna be private and only for me. So I'm not gonna be showing this. So I mean the contents. I chose this notebook because of its paper. It's mainly the reason, but I've elaborated it in my previous video that maybe I'll link in this video just in case you wanna watch it. Why I rave about this planner so much. It's just so easy to use. The inks or the inks dry quickly compared to any other planners that I've tried, and the white paper is so good. So yeah, I'll just link the other video discussing about this planner. And then For my work planner, this is the Muji planner in A6 and the Hobonichi weekly supplement. So this one too is a repurchase because actually the first thing I bought for my work planner is this one, the weekly supplement, because of how handy it is. And just look at this, how thin it is, and it's already for 1 year. So but the only downside is it doesn't have a calendar. That's why I purchased the Muji. But I didn't know that the Muji A6 would now have a weekly section, because last year it only had the calendar and the notes pages. That's why, because I got these two planners, I sort of have two weeklies now, the horizontal weekly from the Muji planner and the vertical weekly in the Hobonichi planner. So what I did was, of course, so anyways, this is the Muji A6 planner. This is the pages where you can see the whole year of 2023 to 2025. I use this washi sticker to identify which month we're in. It also has a yearly plan. I also log my attendance in here. And then of course the calendar, I use it mainly for work stuff. I like it because it's so minimalist, so clean to look at, and I've learned to love it since last year. Of course, for the size, and the calendar goes until January 2025, and then it goes to the weeklies, which is not in the previous year's version. So I decided to practice some logs because it has extra pages from week 48, so it's the end of November up to the whole December. I kinda use it to practice, and this is how it looked. If I was just using this planner, this was my system, the actual things, no no plan, I think, no plans, no side, no portion where I plan. The only thing I log in here was the actual, and then the sort of narrative, how things happened on a certain day. But now that I have the two planners, I use this Muji horizontal weekly mainly for the plan, how I would want the day to unfold, or that just list the tasks that I'd want to do on a certain day. And then over here, over the Hobonichi weekly supplement, is the actual task that I did, the order of how I did the tasks, and then also the task of my staff, and list all the finished tasks in the weekends portion, which I don't usually use for work. So I just sort of erase the line using a normal correction tape so that it looks to remove the divider for larger space. And then yeah, so that basically is my system for my work planner. My plan is in my calendar, and plans are in the Muji planner, and the Hobonichi is where I use to log the actual stuff. So this is the reason why I stopped logging work stuff in my personal planner in the Nolty list, because it would mean that I will be logging work stuff 3 times, because I've written it in Muji for from where I plan it, and then I log it again when I actually do the thing. If I log it in my personal planner, it would be too much. So these are my work planners and how I currently use them for now, for January. And then lastly, this is my daily pages. This planners I use for my daily pages, sort of a diary. This is the only planner that I leave home. This is the Stalogy grade notebook in A5 size, the full year version. It's quite thick and heavy. This will sort of be like a bullet journal, because I'll be designing the spreads in it. So I have first the yearly overview, but I've divided it into spreads, so it shows 6 months per spread. Still don't know what to do with it, but I decided to have these spreads in this planner just in case I would need it. And then the next pages after the yearly overview is my calendar, which I've only made 1 month for now. So the calendar is what I'm gonna be using as my, or where I'm gonna be logging my gratitude list. Since the calendar for my main planner and work planner are already decided what to put on them, I decided to make use of the calendar in this planner for my gratitude list. And then just in case I want to log important things in this planner, I decided to have a list of the days of this month, a very small part of the spread, but again, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be needing this. I just did it for the first month just to see, but if in case I won't be needing it, or I won't be using it for a month or another 3 months, then I'll probably remove it. And then lastly, my daily pages. These are my daily pages. I haven't vlogged everything yet for the first week of January. I started on the 5th of January. This is how it looks. For now, I'm doing a 4-day per spread system. I haven't finished pre-dating for the month of January because I might be trying a 7 days per spread next week just to compare which would be something that I like or really want. So yeah, that's why I haven't pre-dated it yet. I stopped on the 2nd week. I used stamp for the dates. A very simple template. I also put titles for each entry to easily find things or topics I wanted to reread. And at the bottom, no, the rear pages, just 2 pages, I allotted for my Bible study journal, because since I'm not yet decided how many pages per spread I'll stick to for my dailies, I wouldn't be able to get the final number of pages I'll save for my dailies. That's why I decided just start at the last page for my Bible study, because there are really extra pages. These are the extra pages if I've chosen the 4-day per spread. Now if I decided to have a 7-day per spread, then the extra pages would be maybe more than half. So decided to use this part, the remaining part, for my Bible study planner. So yeah, I think we've covered everything so far. Those are the planners that I have for the year. Not sure if it's gonna be changing, but hopefully not, because I don't know how to accommodate another planner for the next year. What I know is I'll have a lot of activities this year, so it would be taxing to maintain a lot of planners and do stuff. Yeah, so for today that would be all. I hope you keep checking my page for my next video. Catch you again next time for another planner chat. Thank you for watching.